Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you how we import metadata into HANA with the SAP Data service. Okay. And the guide we will follow is the SAP HANA Modeling Guide. There is a chapter about how configure data services for metadata and port. Okay. And the landscape we're going to use is this virtual machine. As you can see in my screen, we have 3 virtual machines. The Linux is for the HANA database service, and the Windows Server 2008 is for the SAP BI Platform 4.0, and also for the SAP Data Services 4.1. Okay, and the last virtual machine is the Windows Server 2003. I installed the SAP ECC 6.0, okay, the enhanced pack 4 for SAP ECC. Okay, we have 3 systems. One is HANA, the other one is SAP BI platform, and plus the SAP Data Services. And the third one is the SAP ERP system, from which we are gonna import the some ERP tables to SAP HANA. Okay, and as I mentioned, this is a guide we can follow. We will follow this guide and to implement this procedure in our system landscape. Okay. First, we need to configure the data service application in the SAP BI platform, the CMC, Central Management Console. Okay. We're gonna load the we're gonna log on the CMC. Okay, we log on to the CMC. I log on with the administrator. We go to the application, and then we choose the data services application. We just down a little bit, and here we find the encryption passphrase, the encryption password. Okay, we just give some password. So this password will be used in HANA when we configure the data service connection. Okay, and we can click save. Okay, for the SAP BI CMC. And the next step is to disable the session security in the data services managed console. Okay, so we're going to log off the CMC and log in the SAP Data Services. We choose administrator, and we choose web services. Then we navigate to web service configuration. We choose the import report object here. We choose this one, and we choose disable session security. Okay, then we choose apply. Okay, as you can see here, the session security is removed for this import report object. Okay, then this is done for this step. I just log out. Okay, and the third step is to create a ODBC connection in the client where you run data services. Okay, I just go to control panel and go to the system and security, and I go to the administrative tool. Then I choose ODBC data source. I go to system DSN. Okay, actually here there's already one. I can just open and configure it again. You just give a data source name. Here, just give HANA. Description, I choose HANA. And this is the server and the port. This is my HANA database server address. And this is the port. So this is 00 is your HANA system number. And 15 is always by default. Suppose your HANA system number is 01. So there should be 30115 because my HANA system number is 00. So I just input 00. Okay, I choose OK. Okay, I choose OK. I close. So that's all about it. We just finished all this configuration, and then we can go to the HANA Studio and to try to import the metadata from the SAP ERP system. Okay, I just opened the HANA Studio. First, we need to configure the import server. Okay, this is the server address for the data services. Okay, and this is the server address which I installed the data services, and this is the repository. And this is the ODBC data system we just created, and the client will run the ICP data services. And it's recommended you configure the ODBC data source in both the client you run ICP data services and also the ICP data services server side. Okay, and this is the default port. I just keep the default value 8080. Okay, and then we can go to the data service designer and to see if we can log on, just to make sure everything is correct. I use administrator. Okay, so I can log on, should be fine. And currently, as you can see, there is no any data store object. So I don't have any data store object. Okay, so I close this. I choose OK. And then I go to the import. I choose selective import of metadata because only the selective import of metadata will use SAP data services to import metadata from SAP ERP system. Okay. Here I need to select a source connection to connect my SAP ERP system. Currently, there's no any connection maintained, so I need to create a new one. I just click Manage Connections, and I choose the connection name. I just give the ICP. Next tab, I default SAP applications and application server. My server is also SAP. And for the username, it's ERP username, password. This is encryption passphrase. This is what we configure in the CMC. Remember that? We just input the same password that we input in the ICPBI CMC. Okay. Client number for my case is 800. Number is 00. Okay. I can click next. Test is successful. Okay. And meanwhile, I can also log on to my ERP system to verify and to check which table I want to import. Okay, I use the same password and the user. Okay, I go to transaction IC11. And I just want to check some table, which table we want to import. For demo purpose, maybe we just want to import the I4I table, BKPF, as known as for the accounting header information. Let me take a look at this table first. Okay, this is accounting document header. Okay, and there's about 100 fields. So we are going to import this table from this SAP ERP system to SAP HANA. Okay, just click see if we have data. Okay, okay, we have some data, but we need only to import the metadata, not the values or not the data for this table. Okay, so I go back to the SAP HANA Studio and I choose save because the test connection was successful. Okay, as you can see, the connection was saved successfully. I choose close. And when I go back to the select source connection, I should see the SAP. Okay, but here you can see the next step is green. I cannot continue. So I just cancel and start it again. I choose import again. I choose select to import a metadata. Yeah, here you can see from drop-down list, we have the connection SAP we just created. Okay, and here you can also choose what type of objects you want to import. You can choose tables or extractors. In our case, we're going to import the tables. So I just keep table. I choose next. Okay, here we can see some, there's some application by default as a human or whatever, because you can expand them. You can see these different categories as a tree view. It's very easy to choose the table you want to import. And because we know the exact table we want to import, so we can search it. For example, we are going to import BKPF. Let's import BKPF. And I click the, yeah, it might gonna take some time because it's still searching the whole system for this table. And if you want to monitor the process, you can go to the backend system and run SM. You will see some in the process running. That's the search from the SAP HANA Studio. Okay, let's go back. Our search is still in process, and yeah, the system is a bit slow. So hopefully you can see some background process. As you can see here, we have this user connected from SAP HANA Studio that runs some generated ABAP report, because every time, the first time there's connection from SAP HANA by using the SAP Data services, and it's gonna generate some ABAP report, and by using those generate ABAP reports, the system will retrieve the table structure. Okay, we can click refresh and see when it's gonna be finished. Still running. And we check here. Okay, you can see it's still running. Okay, we just wait a moment until it's completed. I can click refresh and to refresh the backend process. Okay, so you can see the backend process is gone. So then it should be completed. Then we go back to the SAP HANA Studio and see, okay, so we have a list of tables which contain the BKPF, but this BKPF should be the one we are looking for. Yeah. Okay, this is all the fields of this BKPF. I choose this one, and here you can click add. You can select a schema, okay, because I have all these schemas, and to make it more clear, I can create a new schema, and just that schema is just dedicated for this SAP ERP method. Okay. Maybe I just close this one. I go to this SQL. I use a simple SQL statement to create a schema. Create schema. I give a name is SAP ERP. Okay. All right. As you can see, the statement was successfully executed. And if you go to the left panel, I go to catalog, and you can see here the schema SAP ERP was created successfully. Okay. Then I'll go back to the import. I repeat the step we repeated before, but this time maybe I pretty fast. BKPF, start it again. Okay. So I click the background process, say it's run again. Yeah, still running. We just wait a moment. And refresh. Still running. Okay, it's gone. Should be completed. Okay, we choose BKPF and we choose add. And then this time I select the schema SAP ERP we just created. Okay, and I choose next. You can validate the object here. I simply click validate, and you can see the status is fine. Okay, and if you go to the bottom, you can see all the fields to be created for this big EPF table. Okay, I choose next. Okay, so this is just confirmation. So this table is going to be created in SAP HANA database. I click finish. Okay, so I go to the left panel, go to the SAP ERP schema. I expand the table. As you can see, the table BKPF is created successfully. I right click and open definition. Okay, you can see all the fields. All right, we have about 100 fields here. Okay, this is about how to import the SAP ERP metadata from the SAP ERP by using SAP Data Services. And if we go back to the SAP Data Service Designer here, again, we should see some data store objects created for this SAP ERP system. Here, as you can see, we have a data store. This is the SAP we created in the SAP HANA Studio. Remember, we used the managed connection to create the connection to SAP ERP, and here you can see it's actually it was created in the SAP Data Service as a data store. And the next step, since we have already imported the metadata, we have the table already in SAP HANA. The next step is going to be to load data from the SAP ERP to this SAP HANA database. This can be achieved by the SAP Data Services too. I can prepare the demo in the next session video. Okay, so that's all about it. How to configure the selective import metadata from SAP application system by using SAP Data Services. Thanks for watching, and bye.